I needed to take a much needed rest today because I went, for the moment that is, back into the environment or sector that requires one to pledge allegiance to the flag more or less on a day-to-day basis. I'm pretty sure this is a daily occurrence here, where I currently relocated to. So I'm originally from New York City. Shout out to my New Yorkers. Honestly, growing up, I probably pledged, allegiance to this flag and this country few times, and that being probably 3 times, maybe a handful of times at most. And I'm glad that I'd never been expected to do that. Why? Because as a woman of color, I know damn right that this country has never been just to all people. How does the pledge say justice and liberty for all, right? Or what is it? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all, right? We know, or those of us that have learned about history know, that these lands were stolen by and invaded by European colonizers, right? Originally of the indigenous community, and they, being the colonizers, have attempted to erase not only Native American community or the Native American indigenous community, but the Black community, the East Asian community, Arab community, right? All these communities, if I'm missing anyone else, well, feel free to include in the comment section. All of these communities have been treated like second-class citizens. And I should add that when I say indigenous communities, Latin American included in that, right? Being the fact that the Americas were was a home to tribes, tribes that I'm sure moved up and down. So much of our ancestry and DNA points back to the USA, these lands. So I want to make note of that. I can't believe, this is still an expectation, and evidently a delusion that these words of justice and freedom for all are the reality, or, we can put those in quotes, reality, right? Because they are not for everyone, or that is the reality for everyone, because that is very much so not. In addition to that, it's crazy to think that a country that believes in democracy, the freedom of expression, of thought, of idea, of belief, likes to simultaneously tell you what and how you should be, right? We should pledge allegiance to a flag in a country without, questioning that. We should conform and assimilate to a country without questioning that as well, and to whatever capacity that looks like, right? Where is the freedom of expression, of thought, of speech, if that isn't applicable for everyone? And furthermore, why are we claiming this country to be a democracy when it mirrors so closely a lot of systems that have existed, right, in the past, and exist today, right? North Korea, they have to give reverence or respect to a certain idea, but, without question, without ever, acknowledging the fact that that very statement alone is false. That very statement should be removed. Maybe then I can say, okay, at least you know that is not the case, and that has never been the case, America. And from the looks of it, it's not. it's not something that will be the case ever, clearly. So, yeah, I feel like I'm living in a country with some form of dictatorship. Let's be real. The expectation to represent a country and be so patriotic. For what? For what? For what? A country that trampled over other humans simply for looking different, for believing different things, for following different traditions. I'm sorry, but that is not moral, that is not ethical, and that is not humane. And I should add, that is uncivilized. Yes, so I wanted to just share that.